In Convention Center, where the CITES conference is currently underway. It's really tough debates that are going on here. Controversies are erupting here. The divisions we can see between countries, especially from the continent, different approaches on different issues that are on the table. The big issue now that they're dealing with is about the lions. The view is that the lions in the African continent in particular are also endangered, and therefore there's a view that these lions must now be protected. They must now move to the category where trading on lions is totally banned. We're going to get the South Africa's position now on this issue as to whether they support that trading on lions must be banned or maybe they do not. We are fortunate to be joined now here by the CEO of SANParks, who's going to help us to understand much better the issues that are coming through. So thank you very much for joining us. Can you just explain to us as to what is the position of South Africa with regards to the trade in lions?
This proposal of uplisting lions from Appendix 2 to Appendix 1 is coming from our Francophone colleagues from the African continent. We understand where they're coming from because their numbers are down, their lions are threatened. If you look at the SADC region, our populations are stable, especially here at home in South Africa, where we want to maintain them. In Appendix 2, we are doing that because we believe, firstly, in sustainable use. We also believe, secondly, that people of South Africa appreciate their wildlife and we want to continue enhancing that. The implications for South Africa, if this proposal goes through, it will mean if lions are put in Appendix 1, there will be no utilization of those lions. And we know in South Africa there's also an element of public good and private good when we talk about wildlife. Private sector has helped our government to conserve our species at all levels. Lions are also in private hands. Lions are also in our national parks. We are saying we are vehemently opposed to this proposal because we see no threat. Our population are stable. Right. In our parks. Okay, let's help our people right there now, because Appendix 1 and Appendix 2 is the conference speak. This is a conference speak. Yes. Now, the current status, the status quo now is that lions are on Appendix 2, which means that South Africa and other countries are allowed to do a trade on those lions. They can sell those lions if they want to, right? Exactly. Right. You can sell those lions with conditions. Yes. But once, so it's a regulated trade now. Regulated trade. Right. But once you move them to Appendix 1, which means that trade will be banned. Will be not banning, but there will be very, you can only trade under special conditions, which are very difficult in most cases to meet those conditions. I see. Yes. Now, what's the situation with our lions? What's our population like? We have wild populations, which we talk of more than 1,000 lions in the wild. You also do have lions that are in private hands. As you know, in South Africa, there's this controversy around canned lions. We're not talking about those here. We talk about wild lions, because the canned lions are captive lions that are kept in cages. Because this convention is more about trade in species of fauna and flora, especially in the wild, because all the decisions taken here should be underpinned by good science and credible science. As we speak, we're saying there's no science that tells the world that our lion population in the wild are under threat. So South Africa will argue that it must be allowed, and other countries must be allowed to trade on these lions. They must not be prevented or banned from doing so. We are also saying national trends, national threats should be taken into consideration. Let's say, for example, our Francophone colleagues are proposing this. It might be true that their lions are under threat because we talk of population trends here. We talk of opportunities at a national level. We talk of threats at a national level. Therefore, let us follow the trends that are proven and backed up by proper science. We are saying we care about lions. We do worry about what's happening in North Africa. We understand them. But we say rather go for a split listing instead of an umbrella listing.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right. Well, that's the position of South Africa on one of the controversial issues again here, whether there should be trade on lions. As you can hear, South Africa's position is very clear. They want to be able to continue trading with the lions. That decision now is still pending. It's been discussed here at the committee here, but the latest now is that it has been deferred to a working committee. So that's a commission of some kind that will continue dealing with it. They will be coming back with the report probably tomorrow to say what is the final position of this convention. With that, it's back to the studio.
Thank you, Tommy. Tommy Dixon coming to us from the CITES conference underway in Sandton, Johannesburg.